Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come on in and sit on down because today we're doing anything for views.
Good to be home.
Anything. Not anything, just a couple things. People online, content creators specifically, will do anything for views. Anything at all. Hell, I'm one of them. I've done a fair share of quirky things myself. There's a few people who do things without thinking about any of the repercussions that seem to follow. All of the prank videos of people going down, basically assaulting people being public nuisances.
I was just wondering, do you want to see my dick?
Get money on mate.
Or getting your buddies together and faking a museum heist. A little bomb threat.
Bomb detonation countdown successfully started.
Hey, it'll get clicks. Can you imagine the kind of algorithm push we're gonna get for faking that we're gonna blow up a museum? I got a bomb!
For over a generation. And that's about the way
it makes it delicious.
Wait! I want to thank our great, dear, beautiful, unbelievable friends at Bad Dragon. Bad Dragon is the home to all of your fantasy, toys. If you're trying to spice up things in the bedroom for yourself or maybe a partner, consider going over to Bad Dragon and seeing all of the amazing goodies they have to offer. Let me tell you, I've been to the facility. I've met the people that make it. It's like Willy Wonka's goddamn chocolate factory over there. Whimsy, mystique, quality, precision, royalty, class. Bad Dragon's products are not only just amazing, but the quality control that they do, the customer service that they have, and how fast that they get the products out with their shipping is pretty fucking awesome, just from a consumer standpoint. And like I said, so many unbelievably talented artists come together to make these awesome designs, and maybe it's time for you to put a little something in your drawer, or on your shelf, as I do, because they're art pieces, basically. They're amazing. Bad Dragon has been a continuous, long-time supporter of this channel, and I gotta tell you, man, they're our favorite. Sorry, every other brand. We love Bad Dragon the most. Okay? So if you want to spice things up in your own life, or maybe for a significant other, head over to Bad Dragon and tell them Papa Meat sent ya. Thank you, Bad Dragon, for sponsoring the video. And hey, let's get back to the video.
All of these people basically committing crimes, and even some of them facing serious jail time, all for views. Why? Are views that rare? Are views the new blood diamonds? And I started thinking about all this because recently, a teenager was charged with 2 felonies for derailing a train in Nebraska for his content, for his YouTube channel. Isn't that fun? I love content creators. They're special. Capital City Rail Production is a very small channel that focuses on filming train content in and around his town. Not anywhere else, just in his town, okay? 3 months ago, he posted a video on his channel titled, "Most Insane Video I've Ever Taken!" The video shows a train crashing into an empty train car, causing it to derail.
Okay, so this arbor just hit a defective car, apparently, and is now on the ground.
And this accident resulted in $350,000 in damages. If you're a small boy in Nebraska filming train content, that's a lot of money. The owner of the channel claims he just so happened to witness the accident while filming, but when investigators questioned how the incident could have occurred, the YouTuber responded with,
"Well, obviously a switch was turned the wrong way."
Which made everybody extremely suspicious towards that guy. Authorities later went through the surveillance video from the area and discovered his vehicle and a lone driver traveling around the area before the derailment. Which the switch box he's talking about, which is causing so much suspicion, is hidden. So it's like, how would you have known where the switch box was, and how would you have known that it was switched the wrong way? Which led him to be a prime suspect, probably the only suspect, and he is now awaiting trial, but he could pay a fine of $15,000 and up to 7 years in prison for each felony count that they charge him with. Are the views worth it? I don't know. It made me think, what are some of the other stupid things people have been sent to prison for their content? And that's what we're going to find out today in the beautiful true crime world of YouTube content creation. I don't know, throw up a thing there. Which first up on our list, we have Trevor Jacob. You might not know his name, but you know what this guy has done. Trevor Jacob is a 30-year-old American former Olympian, pilot, and YouTuber. Posted a video on November 24th, 2021 of his plane engine failing and him having to parachute out in order to survive, which is pretty crazy. On first glance, you're just like, holy shit, that's insane. Is he alive? I hope he's alive. And then you quickly realize when you see the video that this is all orchestrated and that he just jumped out of the plane and is just going to send it into a mountain. So you could say to yourself, well, no one's there or whatever. But God forbid, what if something went wrong? What if there was people I mean, like, there's so many variables of why this is so stupid and dangerous.
What if he hit the one camper?
That's what I mean, is what, or the one guy hiking. What a beautiful day. Upon going viral, the video immediately raised suspicions. Trevor claimed he was spreading his dead friend's ashes over the Los Padres National Forest, but things just simply weren't adding up. The first red flag was that Trevor was already wearing a parachute at the start of the video. Don't get me wrong, I'm a paranoid flyer as well, but I doubt every pilot is just wearing a parachute bag. It is not typical for a pilot to wear a parachute unless they are going to engage in high-risk activities, such as jumping out from the plane at the get-go. If you're a skydiver, you're probably going to be wearing a little backpack. He also claimed in the video that he always wears a parachute on his flight, but this is a lie. There's never been a parachute backpack on him. Come on, Trevor, what the f are you thinking? He also had several GoPros attached to the plane to capture every single angle of the flight. There were a total of 4 cameras, one in the cockpit, one on the tail end of the plane, as well as one on the front wing. And lastly, he had a selfie stick that he used as he was free falling from the sky. You gotta get those angles. Every person flying off just has 25 cameras on their on their plane.
I will say the tail angle looks pretty cool.
All of the footage looks sick. The footage is amazing, but it's so funny to try to wheel it back as like, I was just spreading my dead friend's ashes, man. Like, why would you need a selfie stick for that? And then why would you need 3 GoPros? Gotta send him that MP4 to heaven, dude. I miss you, bro.
You know, his friend died.
How did his friend die?
Basically, he died falling.
He died from falling from a high... That almost feels disrespectful to the friend, if I'm being completely honest.
Throwing him from the plane.
Being in a plane and dumping their ashes just feels like kicking a person while they're down. But the biggest red flag was that he immediately jumped out of the plane once the engine stalled. They even train you for that. They train you for if the engine stalls, how you can land. So for him to be like, uh-oh, and then just immediately jump out, which also he doesn't even say uh-oh. He just, it looks like a Red Bull event. It looks like him just like, he's like getting ready and he's like, okay, I'm ready to jump. Jacob made no attempt to restart the engine or contact air traffic control. Many veteran pilots also noted that he could have coasted the plane to safety in an attempt to land the plane, but instead his first thought was to just abandon ship. Some people even noticed that he had a fire extinguisher in his pants. How do we know he's just not an ultimate prepper, dude? He's like, okay, if I catch fire, I will be able to put myself out. And the whole reason why he did this entire stunt is so he could get a lot of views on his Ridge Wallet advertisement, which is why I want to thank today's sponsor. No, I'm just joking. Pull out a Ridge Wallet. The FAA concluded that Jacob intentionally crashed a plane in order to make a viral video, which worked as the video currently has almost 5 million views. It's a good video. Knowing now nobody got hurt, all that stuff. I mean, come on. In April 2022, his pilot's license was revoked for reckless operation of an aircraft and intentional misrepresentation during the investigation. Jacob lied to investigators saying he did not know where the wreckage was, even though in the video he clearly gets to the wreck. I don't know where the wreck's at, okay? How did you get the footage, Jacob? Well... And in May of 2023, Jacob pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 6 months in federal prison. That's not too bad. I mean, 6 months of your life gone, but still. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it does end on a happy note. Trevor Jacob did get his piloting license back. You can't fault the guy who knew how to get the fucking plane up there. But don't be surprised if a plane is hurled into your fucking house like a Japanese warplane during World War II. Next up on the list, we're gonna have a guy's name who I'm definitely gonna mispronounce, so I apologize. Kanghu Ren. I wish I was more worldly. 19-year-old Spanish YouTuber Kanghu Ren filmed himself giving toothpaste-filled Oreos to a homeless man as a prank in 2017. Brush your teeth, bro. The video showed Ren replacing the cream of the Oreos with toothpaste and resealing the packaging before giving it as a snack to George L., who's the homeless man. He paid the man 20 euros and made light of the situation by saying, this will help clean his teeth. I don't think he has cleaned them since he became poor. That's a direct quote. This resulted in George vomiting after eating the cookie, so he pressed charges against Ren. He must have been scarfing down those cookies, dude. He's a homeless guy. Why wouldn't you? If somebody gave me one of those little fucking, like, gas station packs of Oreos, oh, dude, they don't stand a chance. Ren was charged with violating the moral integrity of George and endangering his health. During the court case, it was revealed that Ren had previously tried to compensate George with an additional 300 euros in an attempt to avoid legal issues, but George declined the offer. Dude, I'll give you $300 more. Just calm down. He's like, no, no. no! He's like, dude, it's 300 euros. Just come on. You're making a big fucking deal about this. In his defense, Mr. Wren said that the video was just a bad joke, for which he had later sought to make amends. He quote says this: I do things to mount a show. People like what is morbid. This is like some like H.H. Holmes kind of quote, whatever. People love to see the darker side of humanity. Wren was found guilty and sentenced to 15 months in prison. And additionally, he was ordered to pay 20,000 euros in compensation to the victim. Don't give fucking toothpaste-filled Oreos to a homeless guy. What a fucking win for the homeless dude, right? That's sweet, sweet 20 grand, baby. Smart motherfucker. He's like 300 euros? Yeah, right, bitch. I'm him for the long haul. His YouTube channel and other social media accounts were shut down for 5 years as a result. And he has now moved from prank videos and instead uploads Fortnite content instead. What does that say about Fortnite content creators? They're all bad people. Every person who makes Fortnite content, they're a bad person. I hate to say it, but that's just, it is what it is. Anyways, next up is Alex Choi. Alex Choi is a popular automotive YouTuber known for his extravagant car modifications and street racing videos. Ooh. And on July 4th, 2023, Alex posted an 11-minute video titled Destroying a Lamborghini with Fireworks. The video was filmed on the El Mirage dry lake bed in San Bernardino County and features women in a helicopter shooting off fireworks at a Lamborghini.
Sounds awesome.
I mean, don't get me wrong. On paper, this sounds sick. Some chicks with big-ass titties like, Alex Choi's YouTube channel, whatever. A helicopter involved in this? Why? It takes 1 millisecond for things to go completely haywire and to have people's entire lives ruined. Alex was arrested in June of 2024 and is now facing federal charges for causing the placement of an explosive or incendiary device on an aircraft, as Alex and his team did not receive official permission to do the stunt. Very safe, Alex. People could have died! As a result of this stunt, the pilot of the helicopter lost his license with the FAA. Good. The DOJ also had evidence that Alex's team had to go to Nevada to buy the fireworks since they are illegal in California. You know, those little wildfires that are going on right now? So sick. Alex is like, it looks cool for the video, man. Getting trending. And Alex is facing up to 10 years in prison. That feels like a long time. Things could have gone wrong, but they didn't go wrong. You think 10 years? If someone got hurt, I'd be like, put them in the motherfucker, you know, lock him up. Alex was released on a $50,000 bond and is now awaiting trial. This is not the first time Alex was involved in a reckless stunt, because in 2022, during a Tesla meetup, what? Aren't all the Teslas the exact same? What the fuck? Like, listen, I have the exact same one. That's awesome. Alex was involved with an incident where someone jumped a Tesla 10 feet in the air and crashed it into 2 parked cars. He's such a tiny, like, dweeb-looking man. He's like, you mind if I do some badass pranks for you hoes? Alex states he was not responsible for the stunt and did not condone such reckless behavior. I happened to record it and I uploaded it because I thought it was sick, but I don't condone that behavior. So I put it up on my YouTube channel because it's a big sign. People, don't do that. Stop. Next up, we have Jay Swingler and Rommel Henry in the Ground Floor Bros, the TGF Bros. The duo is famous for their high energy and often reckless videos.
Nothing's clickbait on this channel. This is the day where I probably
commit tax fraud.
Wow. Their content ranges from dangerous stunts and pranks.
Oh, two bizarre challenges.
Some of their most famous stunts includes casting themselves in Jello mold, extreme crocodile dentist, and burying themselves in cement. My claustrophobia could never. I had to do the face mask for the Dagon mask we did. I was like seriously like having a panic attack. The guy's like, it's gonna be fine, don't worry. And I'm like, but we're here to talk about the time they cemented Jay's head in a microwave back in 2017. I swear, there's just not a thought going through these fucking people's heads, dude. The idea on the stunt was to use the microwave as a mold for a cement cast around his head. How was no one along the way like, what if we didn't? They used breathing tubes to ensure that he could breathe while they filled the microwave with quick drying plaster.
The cement will hit all around my head. I can breathe perfectly fine through this.
Side note, a 16-year-old girl lost most of her hand when casting her hand in plaster because it causes a chemical reaction. It's just no bueno. And now you're gonna cast your friend's head in it in a microwave. Don't worry, he has tubes, dude. Can you breathe, man? Plaster heats up and will burn your skin. It's good stuff. Put it on your face. As the plaster begins to set, Jay was unable to move his head and it became harder to breathe through the air tube, so panic began to set in.
His head's not coming out! thing is so heavy.
For over an hour, his friends tried various techniques to try and free him, but they were unsuccessful. So they ended up calling the fire department.
So he has a microwave stuck to his head. I know this sounds like a prank call, but he was trying to film a YouTube video.
Oh my God. Unironically, this is like my hell. It took another hour for 5 firefighters and 2 paramedics to dismantle the microwave and free Jay's head. 2 hours, or probably even longer because of the setup time. Let's just say 3. 3 hours stuck. The fire department made a tweet saying, seriously unimpressed. Frowny face. That feels inappropriate as well. We should probably tweet about this. But this is just the tip of the iceberg for Jay and Rommel. In March of 2020, they uploaded a video titled Extreme Driving Test, which featured the 2 recklessly driving, crashing into parked cars, and flipping their vehicles. 2 years later, they both pleaded guilty to reckless driving and were each fined $1,000. Which is just a slap on the wrist for these content creators. They haven't posted on their channel since October 2nd, 2022. Maybe this little thing scared them and they're just like, I'm not gonna know more, which maybe the slap on the wrist was enough. Maybe lessons learned.
Jay's now a YouTube boxer.
Jay's now a YouTube boxer? Thank God. YouTube boxing is awesome. Next up, we have the Stokes twins. God, they're handsome. Twin YouTubers Alan and Alex Stokes are known for their prank videos and Mr. Beast style challenge content. So you know they're making stuff for children. In August 2020, they were arrested after filming themselves staging a fake bank robbery in Irvine, California. This is where seriously it comes that content creators are so stupid. Where they're like, what if we just went to a bank and we acted like we were robbing them? People got really scared. And then at the end we could be like, just kidding, we're the Stokes twins. We've seen your content, we love your stuff. That's probably how it'll go. Sure, yeah, okay, let's do it. The prank occurred in October 2019 and involved the 2 dressing up all in black, wearing ski masks, and carrying large duffel bags as they pretended to run away after robbing a bank. That's hilarious. During the prank, they would ask bystanders for clothes and items to disguise themselves.
You know where the nearest bank is at?
Which kind?
Just like a bank where I can make like a large withdrawal. That's okay, I'll just go find out myself. All right, thank you.
Once again, really funny. They eventually called an Uber driver as their getaway vehicle, but the driver was not in on the prank and refused to drive away.
Not funny. Okay, can I just take this away?
The bystanders promptly called the police, and when they arrived, they held the twins and the Uber driver at gunpoint. That's awesome. Thanks for getting the Uber driver involved. I'm sure that's gonna be great for him. Definitely no trauma.
Just a prank, bro.
It's just a prank. Luckily, the situation de-escalated and the police let the driver go and issued the twins with a warning. How? With all of that, you know what I mean? Like, come on. But this did not stop them. Of course it didn't. As they decided to film the prank again on the same day, right after being released from the police. Castrate these men. Do not let them reproduce. The twins were charged with false imprisonment before making a plea deal, which dropped the charges to just a misdemeanor.
Do you think they slipped some YouTube money?
Oh yeah, definitely. Or they probably have rich parents or some shit. During the trial, their attorney claimed the twins couldn't be guilty of the charges as they had called the non-emergency line to warn the authorities of their prank. Yeah. Oh, that's valid. Yeah, I'm planning on robbing a bank today. Okay, let's go. And they were only sentenced to 160 hours of community service and 1 year of probation. I am so mad.
Public prank that gets about 15 police officers in the area hauling butt over here because you guys are pulling up mass.
This is seriously one where I'm like, they need to spend time in a federal prison.
I mean, they could have got that guy killed.
Exactly. The guy who threw a plane into a mountain where no one was at got 6 months in prison. The person who had somebody at gunpoint, which is much more deadly. What the f? Next up, we have the very infamous and dare say one of my favorite YouTubers, J-Station. Shout out Nerd City. Jason Ethier, aka J-Station, is a popular YouTuber known for his clickbait prank content.
Whoa, guys, what the hell?
And fake 3 a.m. challenges. If you haven't seen Nerd City, he did an entire expose on J-Station about how he steals content, all this stuff. Nerd City, amazing channel. If you haven't seen it, go fucking check it out. That series rules. In 2020, he announced that his girlfriend, Alexia Morano,
what's up, family? Welcome back to Anything Alexia.
No, had been killed by a drunk driver. He's a great guy. Oh, shout out J-Station. He made a series of videos mourning her death, visiting the crash site, and even talking to her spirit with a Ouija board.
If you believe that shit.
The thing about J-Station is his audience is all children. Even if something as comical or as like cartoonish as like talking to her through a Ouija board, I don't think children are that savvy enough to know that it's not real. Turns out She wasn't dead at all. And this was an attempt to increase subscriber numbers by exploiting the death of his girlfriend. In a video titled, Alexia Morano, the truth about her, Jason apologized and admitted to faking her death. His plan was to eventually resurrect her and gain even more followers. This is the hell we live in on this earth, okay? In the same video, he also claimed that Alexia was in on the hoax and how she is now accusing him of assault with a weapon. So maybe he was predicting her death? I don't know. I don't know what Jay Station's mind is. She cites a specific incident where he threw an iPhone at her eye and another time where he pushed her down when she didn't do exactly what he wanted her to do. He was arrested on February 3rd, 2019, and YouTube demonetized his channel for faking his girlfriend's death and for the assault charges. That was the afterthought. They're like, we don't care if you slap her around, but you can't pretend she's dead. It's just either do it or don't. All right? YouTube policy. Thank you. And lastly, we have Mona Lisa Perez and Pedro Ruiz. And guess what, guys? It's another YouTube prank channel. I mean, are prank channels onto something or what? The couple would post harmless pranks, challenges, and vlogs of their daily lives together, often featuring their 3-year-old daughter. But Pedro wanted to launch his YouTube career into the stratosphere with an extremely exciting and new dangerous video. The stunt was for Pedro to hold an encyclopedia to his chest and have Mona Lisa shoot him with a Desert Eagle from a foot away. For people that don't know guns, a Desert Eagle is like a hand cannon. I mean, every gun can kill you, but a Desert Eagle is a 50 caliber gun. That's what sniper bullets are, okay?
The point of this video is I really just want to see if a 50 caliber bullet can go through a book.
Encyclopedias are thick, babe. How many words there are out there? And quote, me and Pedro are probably going to shoot one of the most dangerous videos ever. His idea, not mine. Not wrong. That's cute. And on June 26, 2017, Pedro convinced Mona Lisa to do the stunt. And in the world's least surprising turn of events, the bullet went through the book and killed Pedro instantly. So sad. It's just so stupid and sad. Their 3-year-old child and around 30 onlookers watched the shooting in horror. They didn't watch the shooting in horror. They watched it with drool going down their face like, surely that's fine, right? The horror came after him being like, was he sleeping? Oh my God, he's dead. Oh shit. Prior to the recording, Pedro apparently tested this stunt with a different book that stopped the bullet. So they thought that they were safe. And look at this. Please hit. This looks like some Zodiac killer shit. Mona Lisa was arrested and charged with 2nd-degree manslaughter. She was 19 years old and pregnant with their 2nd child at the time of the shooting. She pleaded guilty to the charge and would serve a 180-day jail sentence in 10-day increments over the course of 6 years. Afterwards, she will be on probation for 10 years and is banned for life from owning a firearm. You think? Which the fucked up thing about this is that Mona Lisa, she did not want to participate in this for weeks. And Pedro was just kind of like, babe, come on, you're being a bitch. Come on, just think of what we can get our daughter when you shoot me with this Desert Eagle. I'm gonna stop with a fucking Webster's dictionary. Then after the stunt happened, after she was convinced to do it, Pedro's family blamed Mona Lisa for killing him as if it was her fault. What would you have to gain? She's like, she actually wanted to be the super YouTuber, not him. The stunt ultimately gave them the YouTube fame that they always wanted, but at a heavy, heavy price. There's a repeating thing going on here, and it's this. People are dumb. Extremely, extremely dumb. There's really no way to really get around it. I've been seeing it more with TikTok too. People being given the opportunity to be on a stage of any kind. It makes me think of Joshua Block. Worlds of T-shirts, whatever, on TikTok. He's a guy who is mentally unwell. He's an alcoholic, and people comment on it being like, you should keep drinking. Basically enable this person. I would say the same way with like Chris Chan and that kind of stuff too. And it's people who are maybe the ones commenting on these kind of videos who are just like, we should just keep pushing, keep doing whatever. And those are the people who either foster this creator to do something really stupid, or they see somebody doing something stupid and they want to one-up them. It's like a vicious cycle of terrible shit. So here's what I gotta say to you. There's nothing wrong with making some content, dude. I love my job. This is my favorite thing I could ever do, is doing this for you right now. It's the biggest blessing in my life. But for the love of God, look after yourself. Don't do anything that's gonna harm others or harm yourself in the creation of this content. And let's just try to make some fun stuff for some good people. How does that sound? Shake on it. That's all I have. I will see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna go save some trains. Goodbye.
You ready to go feed those homeless those Oreos?
I will actually. You know what's crazy is we got, and actually too, before we cut, we gotta stop that Oreo thing. I know we replaced it with the toothpaste as well. I had no idea that was illegal. So, is this still recording? No, cut the camera, Nick. Cut the camera.